Buju relatives, Shungwewe Kamigukwain Indigenous. I'm Jamie Kellicutt with HIR Wellness Institute, Community Engagement and Indigenous Affairs Director. We're starting with some smudge today. Buju relatives, welcome. Welcome to Wellness Friday. We are here for reflections and recovery. That's what we're talking today. And I'm so glad that you're here joining us. If you don't have any smudge with you, that's okay, because I've got it for us. I'm going to turn my camera around again so that we can have a little bit more. How you doing, relatives? Welcome. So glad to see you. How's your Friday going? We have come to the end of the week, and we're getting ready to start our weekend. And today, we're going to wrap things up. We're going to do a little reflecting, and we'll talk a little bit about recovery. We'll talk a little bit about some healthy coping and how we can get settled into our weekend in a good way. And I want to say a big miigwech and thank you to our moderator, Xavier. He's one of our CARES counselors. So all those posts that you see, that's Xavier. So give him a big shout out. Hey, Xavier. Thank you for being here every Friday with us. So appreciate you. And relatives, if you have just joined us, you're here with HIR Wellness Institute. I'm Jamie Kellicutt. And HIR Wellness Institute is a small nonprofit that was developed and brought to fruition by our CEO and founder, Leah Denny. And about 3 years ago, Leah put all of her heart and energy and spirit into bringing this into development. All her love, all her energy and light. Prayers to her ancestors. And you know what she believed? That it shouldn't cost a thing to heal. And so here we are, together, walking a journey together and healing together. All of our services are free. We serve Indigenous communities, underserved communities, and victims of crime, especially those who have experienced sexual assault, domestic violence, and human trafficking. And we have so many services, so many things available, and you're on one of them right now. This Wellness weekend, this Wellness Friday, going into our weekend with some good medicine. So how about we get started? What do you say? Shall we do it? We're out here in nature. We're out in the woods, near our home. We'll take a walk to the water. We'll pray. And we're going to play with these mosquitoes that are hanging out with us. And we're going to eventually walk over to a fire. And we're going to sit and we're going to reflect. We're just going to talk to get our weekend started. And I want to say welcome and Buju. Ladies, I see you out there. Teresa, Judy. If there's anybody else out there that I'm not noticing, I apologize. I'm really glad that you're here with us. Thank you. I like to start with a reading, with a meditation. Karine, Buju, welcome. So I read out of a book called, I'll show you. I like to And it's a book by Don Coyes, The Four Seasons. And this book is something that has really helped me as I've walked the red road. I am in recovery myself, and it is over 5 years. It'll be 6 years in October. And wellbriety is something that really, really helped me. And so I like to share some of that with all of you. So today's June 5th. And here's the reading. I'm going to try to make it so it's not blurry. I'll do my best. Oh, hello. I didn't mean to do that. Hi, guys. All right, I got to turn it around again. It is not through the great skill of the hunter himself that success is achieved, but through the hunter's awareness of his place in creation and his relationship to all things. That's a quote by Thomas Yellowtail, who's Crow. If only the human being could understand the power of proper relationships, the need for power and control could be abandoned. It's not what is going on that matters, but how we look at what is going on. It is our relationship to it that counts. Nothing in the world has any meaning except the meaning we give to it. To be more effective at this, we need to consider our relationship with the Creator. Our relationship to the Great Spirit determines how we will perceive the meanings we put to places, people, institutions, and things. We need to let the Creator tell us and guide our thoughts about these relationships. Any relationship that we have that is causing problems means we need to pray for a new point of view. Creator, let me see the world and the people through your eyes. I like that one. Sorry, I just dropped one of my books. I like that. What do you guys think about that? What I think about as I'm getting eaten alive. These guys, they like me. It's okay. All things are a part of each other. It's all connected. All connected. It's a good reminder for us today as we get started into the weekend. This can be a good time for us to just sort of sit and reflect. What has our week looked like? What were we doing? What conversations were we having? Who are the people that were around us? Yeah, staying present. Thank you, Miigwech. Malia. Bonjour, welcome. Bonjour, Barbara. I have to say a really huge shout out right now. Our board president, Barbara Blackdeer McKenzie, is here with us. Miigwech, Barbara, for being here and being such an amazing support system. I so appreciate you. Thank you. Barbara had good medicine for me today, and I needed it. And she knew that, she saw that, and she gave it to me. So thank you. I really appreciate that. That's one of the things that I think about when I think about how am I wrapping up my week. I think about the people that are in my life. Bonjour, hello Sharon, welcome. I think about the people who took time this week and had just a few moments, good words. Good words is good medicine. Good support. It could be just somebody maybe reached out by email. Maybe they reached out by text or phone call. Maybe they stopped by. Right now I'm not stopping by anybody because we are still quarantining ourselves. We're staying away. Oh, bonjour Sheldon. Welcome. All the way from Canada. That's awesome. That's great. Miigwech. But even though that we are quarantining right now, there's so many ways that we can still connect with each other. So many ways. Look, right now, we're connecting with each other. Who would have thought? Who would have thought at the beginning of the year that we'd do some Facebook Lives posts together and that we'd still be able to communicate and talk and ground ourselves and be present and just reflect on all the good medicine that we share with each other. I know I didn't think about that. I wasn't expecting that. And yet here we are, and yet here we stand, strong and resilient. Here we are, still giving each other good medicine. That's pretty beautiful. You know what else I'm thinking about? Thinking about some birds that I was watching today. We have a lot of robins in our yard and in the surrounding area of our place. And there was 2 babies with the mama, and they don't look much like babies anymore, but they still have the spots on their wings. And I was watching how every time mom moved, mom hopped along the grass. She's looking for some more worms. And one of those baby birds kept following her along real close, just getting really, really close and doing every step that she did. Baby did the same step. And there was that second baby bird, maybe 2 feet away, who was watching from afar, but still doing the same steps. But those steps were not right next to mom, a couple feet away. I don't know, something about that was just really beautiful and inspiring, and reminded me of the support systems that we have around each other. Reminded me how important it is to sometimes just sit, reflect, and watch. Just watch and see what's going on around us and learn from that. It was either last week, Friday, or the Sunday before when we met, that our meditation talked about how much we learn from watching nature. And I was reminded of that in that moment. Just the beauty of watching mom and baby together. The beauty of a support system. Bonjour, Elena. Welcome. So glad that you're here with us. Elena is one of our CARES counselors. How are you doing today, Elena? You guys hear those birds? Those are some of the best blessings. Some of the best blessings that we have around here. And messengers. Here's one cool thing that happened yesterday with one of our birds. So we have these yellow finches also that hang around by us, and we have a couple bird feeders. And I was in the kitchen by the window, by the sink, and this yellow finch kept flying up right by the window. And it was almost tapping its wings against the window. And it kept getting my attention, and it would just stay there for a little bit. And it's doing this, and then it flew off. And then a couple minutes later, I went upstairs, and my husband said he saw that same yellow finch doing the same thing by the windows upstairs. And I was instantly reminded how birds are messengers. Somebody was visiting us, saying hello, passing along a message to us. It was pretty beautiful. You guys ever have anything like that happen? Where you're just sitting, watching nature, maybe reflecting on your own, and then something happens, you get a sign or a message. Maybe it's from the birds. Maybe it's a different thing. I'd love to hear about it if you feel like sharing. You certainly can. This is a place for all of us to learn together and to walk together in a safe space. I'd like to remind you of something else, that not only do we have these Facebook hosts our live sessions, but we have our Cares Warm line. And our Cares Warm line is something that you can call or text Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. And one of our Cares counselors will call you back or text you back, whatever you choose, whatever it is that you'd like. And they're there for you to talk. Sometimes that's what we need. Someone to just listen. Someone to just spend a few moments with us. To walk us through something that we're either struggling with or confused about. We're here for you. That's a resource for you that you can use. You can leave a message. We'll call you back within 24 hours, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. We got a lot of resources. We're a small team, but we got really big hearts. Got so much love, so much good energy and spirit. And we all believe the same thing. We believe that you're worthy and that you deserve to heal. We'll hold space for you. That's what today's for. Today's a safe space, a safe time to just be, to sit and reflect on what we did throughout the week and what we want to do going forward for the weekend. And if you are having a struggle and you feel safe enough to share it, please do, go ahead. We're all here for each other. And what I'd like us to do now, we always walk to the water. I lay some tobacco for us, and we pray. And I'll pray out loud. And I'd like it if you guys prayed too. Whatever prayers you want to say, however you pray, it doesn't matter. Everyone's welcome here. So how about we take a little walk? Go see what's happening over at the water. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll see something. I don't know. You never know. All right, so I'm going to turn my screen around so that you guys can see what I see. You guys are going to see all this growth that's happening. But it's beautiful. Beautiful new growth. All right, so I've got my tobacco pouch. I'm bringing my tobacco pouch. And we are going to head to the water. Here we go. You ready, guys? My sons and I came through here today because it was really overgrown, and our pathway here was all overgrown. So you can see we had to pull a lot of the plants out, unfortunately. But we were very, very thankful as we did it, thanking the Creator and thanking those plants for all that they have given us, all that they've blessed us with. But here's some of that. I don't know what all of the plants are that are out here. I just know that they're beautiful. I think they're beautiful. And there's so many different greens, and that's one of the things that I realized as I started walking the red road and as I started practicing gratitude. I started recognizing that there's actually different shades of green in all these different plants. And it just has been really astounding and amazing to me. We even have different shades of green up there. I think it's beautiful. And I love the way the sun hits the trees. I love the way that looks. So we're here at the water. This is a creek. And I just love the sound of the creek. Sound of the water kind of rushing over the rocks over there. It's just beautiful. And I'm going to get my tobacco ready. It's probably a busy time right now. Some people are coming home from work, and it is Friday, so I imagine there's going to be people driving on the road. But we're together, that's all that matters. I have my tobacco. My teachings say to start prayer in the east. So I'm facing east right now. And relatives, if you could just say your prayers as well. We'll speak those prayers right into this tobacco. Buju Gichimanadu Shangwewe Kamigu Quain Indigenous. I pray for the two-legged, the four-legged, winged ones, plant nations, two-spirited, and all the animals, all living things. Pray for the rocks and the water. Pray for our Nibe. Pray for all of our relatives right now who may be struggling, who may be hurting some way. I pray that you watch over all of us. I say miigwech for all the blessings that you've given all of us. I want to say a special prayer for our Black brothers and sisters. We stand in solidarity with all of you. I pray that our systems are changed, that we change them, and we will. I pray that the murders stop. They will. I pray for your continued guidance, Gichimanadu. I pray that you continue to keep us safe. Continue to walk with us. I know you are. I pray for all of our children. I pray for all of our elders. I pray for all of our youth and our adults. I pray that we all come together. We will. I know we will. I pray for all of our relatives here today who's joined us. I pray for their Friday and their weekend, and I pray that they find joy and gratitude. I pray that they find a moment to be still, to be thankful, to smile. Miigwech Menadu for being here with us. Miigwech for our ancestors, for all of their prayers. Miigwech, miigwech, miigwech Menadu. Miigwech for all these blessings and gifts that are surrounding us right now. Miigwech relatives for all your prayers that you put into this tobacco. Miigwech Menadu, miigwech Menadu, miigwech Menadu. We're just going to take a few moments of silence for all of our relatives, all of our brothers and sisters who have gone too soon, who have been taken from us too soon. And I'd like to just take a moment of silence and just listen to the water and think about them for a moment. Miigwech for doing that, relatives. Miigwech for taking those moments of silence and just thinking about those that we've lost, those who have gone too soon, those who were taken from us too soon. I know that better days are here. We can do that together. I believe that. I'd like to take us on a small walk just through the plants. I like to walk us along the edge of the creek, just so we can take in some of that beauty. We just missed a frog. He just jumped into the creek. I scared him accidentally. And I'm not going to go too much further because I know that we have a couple raccoons that are living back here. And so I want to respect their space. So I'm only going to go this far. I just like to show you some of the beauty that nature has given us. Some of these gifts. Here's a gift, this beautiful yellow flower. I have no idea what it's called. I just know that it's beautiful. And it's a gift. It's a gift for us, for all of us. Our water is a gift for all of us. I'm still trying to figure out what that special gift is that the mosquitoes are giving us, because I'm not quite sure. If somebody knows, please tell me. Please put it in the chat. And bonjour, Malia. Thank you for joining us. Malia is and she is on Monday through Friday for resiliency and reflections at 8 a.m. And she is just a beautiful person inside and out. And she walks us through deep breathing and stretching and reflection. She also teaches us hula dancing on Fridays at 12:30. Malia is a beautiful, amazing woman. Very strong. So thank you for being here with us, Malia. How are you guys feeling, relatives? Bonjour, Christina. My sister-in-law is here. How are you doing? I miss you guys so much. I love you all. Girls, if you're there with your mommy, I love you. Cheyenne and Morgan. Auntie, Jamie, and Uncle Greg miss you so much. Hopefully all this will settle down so we can see each other again soon. Bonjour, Gwen. You're so welcome. Thank you for being here and sharing with us. I have something else that I wanted to read today. I have a book of positive quotations, and I thought we could read today's. Let's see what it says. Since I mentioned a little bit about gratitude, I thought we'd talk about gratitude a little bit. Because that's been another thing that's been really helpful in my healing journey, is being able to recognize what I'm grateful for. Gratitude literally changes the way we think about things. And it might not seem like it at first. It might seem like, what's this thing about gratitude? Me being grateful. Yeah, I'm grateful. But it's a real thing. It's a true story. The more that we sit and reflect and think about what we're grateful for, the more positive things that just automatically come to our minds. And our brain literally changes. Starts seeing more of the beauty. Doesn't notice so much of the negativity. Or maybe we still notice it, but we respond differently to it. That's healing. That's real healing. And you all being here today with me and Xavier, sharing in this time together of Wellness Friday, is healing. Oh, I'm so glad, Christina. I really miss them so much. I miss all of you. Miigwech Kareen, thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed. So how about I read that positive quote? Now, when I read certain quotes, sometimes they'll change because the words that ring out to me when I'm thinking of spirituality is creator or great spirit. So that's the word that I'll use, but know that that might not be the word that you would use, and that's okay. Whatever that word is, if you would say God, if you would say Jesus, whatever that is, that's okay. My teachings tell me that we respect all. We respect all people, and we respect all beliefs, religions. So it's okay. I just wanted to say that up front. So here we are. It's June 5th. It's Friday. Finding Creator. The search for Creator is like riding around on an ox, hunting for the ox. We look far and wide for the answers to life's big questions when they may be much closer to us than we realize. How can we open our eyes to the ox we're riding on? Today, I will think about what is important in my life, but first I will put on my philosophical reading glasses so that I can see what is right before my eyes. What do you guys think about that? What is right in front of our eyes? What are some of those things that you see if you were to put on your philosophical glasses? What would you see? Would you maybe see nature's beauty and the gifts that nature brings? Like those birds singing? That's pretty beautiful. I love that song. It's a good one. What else are some of those things that you see? Is it maybe a friend or a family member that's with you, close by you, and you're starting to notice, wow, that's really amazing what they've been doing for me, the support that they've been giving me. This reminds me of a TED Talk. I think I mentioned it last week. There's a TED Talk about 365 days of gratitude. And one of the stories that the woman told was how, as she did this project, it was basically a project for her to every day find something that she's grateful for and take a picture of it. And then as the year went on, once she got to the end of the year, she was able to look back at all those pictures. So she had 365 pictures of gratitude. And what ended up happening is at first she would notice things like, or she would start to say things like, I'm grateful because I woke up today, or I'm grateful because I have clothes to wear. I'm grateful because I can walk, or things like that. And then she started noticing other things that she didn't see before she started really practicing what does gratitude mean. And so then she started noticing that her pictures started changing. They started to be pictures like a picture of her holding her daughter's hand as she walked down the stairs. That she started to be grateful for the fact that her daughter reached her little hand to her mama and wanted her mom's help and support. And it changed into noticing that her husband every day would give her the largest piece of pie. And that made her tear up in the TED Talk. She said that she never noticed that before. That every day he was making sure that she got the most beautiful looking piece of pie. And before she practiced gratitude, she was just so in a hurry with life, like how we all get, right? We can get that way. And she didn't even notice that he was doing that. And it ended up actually helping the both of them, her and her husband, because then he started noticing how she was seeing him. And he actually said something like that he really felt like he was actually seen by her. That's beautiful. All because of gratitude. Changing the way that we see things, the way that we think about things. I'm gonna change the way I think about the mosquitoes. I love you guys. Maybe they'll be kinder to me. Gratitude. What are you grateful for? Is there anybody out there who's willing to share one thing that they're grateful for? Put it in the comment box if you feel safe. We'd love to hear. I'd love to hear. Xavier would love to hear. One thing that you're grateful for today. As you look back on your day, on all that Friday has brought, what are you grateful for? You think so, Xavier? You think these little guys love me? I don't know. What are you grateful for? Let's start practicing gratitude right now. Let's do it together. You, me, Xavier, let's practice gratitude. And even better, one step up would be if we took out our notebook. I've mentioned writing in a notebook or a journal before. If we took that out and we wrote down what we were grateful for, just take a moment, grab a pen. I have a pen here. And take out your notebook or even a piece of paper and write down one thing that you're grateful for. And if you feel like sharing, please write a comment. For me, I am grateful today for the good words that Barbara spoke to me earlier. She helped heal part of me by some really good words that she said to me today. Xavier said, one thing that I'm grateful for is the sunshine that Mother Earth has given us today. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Xavier. Thank you for saying that. The sun is beautiful and amazing and such a gift. And we are so fortunate to be experiencing it. I'm also grateful for this time that we spend together, to be able to just sit and listen and observe. I just heard a woodpecker. We hear a lot of those around here. We hear a lot of cardinals. Some mourning doves that I'm hearing right now. We get a couple of those that come to our bird feeder. What are you grateful for? You don't have to share, but feel free if you'd like to. Write it in the comments section. Christina, I would be interested to hear, what is Cheyenne and Morgan grateful for today? I would love to hear that. Please tell them that Auntie Jamie said, "What are you grateful for today, girls?" Let us know. My nieces, they're such a blessing. They're twins. One looks like mom, one looks like dad. And we haven't been able to see them since the pandemic hit, but they're all safe, and that's what's important. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for their safety and their health. Corrine says, grateful for Creator's blessings for my beautiful daughter, Renee. Yes. Yes. Renee is so beautiful. Please tell her hi for me. I enjoyed so much playing lacrosse with her that day at the school. That was fun. And I know that all of our paths will cross again. Like literally, physically pass again. I know they will. I know that we'll be able to eventually someday all be in the same place again. What are you grateful for, relatives? You hear the train? Yeah, we hear that every now and then. Gratitude. It's really a practice. It takes practice. It's not necessarily something that we all think about on a regular basis. Judy says, grateful for good friends, cancer-free pathology report today. Yes, that's awesome, Judy. Yes. I am so happy for your friend. That's amazing. That's a blessing. Yes. That's awesome. Awesome. I love it. And when we really start to sit and really think about it, we have so much to be grateful for. Even on those really hard days, on those days where we're just like, everything's going wrong. Oh, I keep hearing a humming, and I was thinking that, I thought one of my sons were going to play a joke on me, but I think it's actually a mosquito. It's really, really buzzing. But even on those hard days, we can still find something to be grateful for. And in fact, what you might end up finding on those days when it's really hard, the more you start practicing gratitude and start practicing, like literally practicing, where you sit and think, you think to yourself, what am I grateful for? And you write it down. The more you practice that, it will become something where you're having a hard day, and all of a sudden you notice, that went wrong. That was difficult. That kind of sucked. But it won't bother you as much. I guarantee, I promise. I know, because I've done a lot of work on myself. And it actually starts to happen where things don't seem as big of a deal anymore when the hard stuff happens, when the struggles come. Of course there's still days. Everybody has days. Of course. But there's days where it's like, yeah, it's a bad day, it's a hard day, I'd rather go back to bed. But the more that we practice gratitude, the hard days don't seem as hard. And we start noticing more of the good stuff. And we start telling ourselves more of the good stuff. And when you start noticing that you're feeling better, that you're smiling more, your heart rate is regulated, your breathing is regulated, all because of gratitude. How amazing is that? Bonjour, Auntie. I see you, Auntie Carla. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. We miss you. We love you. We're talking gratitude. We're talking about what we're grateful for. So my sister-in-law, Christina, said they were so grateful that today they were able to finally see their teachers. Oh, they got a surprise visit this morning, but they still miss all the family and wish this virus would go away. I saw the picture of them with their teachers. I thought that was so amazing and wonderful. You could tell how happy they were. That was beautiful. And we all miss you so much. Tell them, we miss them. We wish the virus would go away too. But we'll get there. We've just got to be a little patient. A little patient and we'll get there. So did you guys write something down about what you're grateful for? You don't have to say, but you can if you want to. So now that we talked a little bit about gratitude, I have a bit of a surprise for today. So last week I had said that I'd really like it if we could incorporate a fire somehow into these Wellness Fridays. So that's what we're going to do. And before we go walk up to the fire, I wanted us to just briefly talk about worries. Because worries can sometimes get in the way. They can sometimes get in the way of our recovery, sometimes get in the way of life, sometimes can hold us back. And we all have them. We all have worries. And that's okay. I have worries too. But what I also wanted to talk about on the other side of the gratitude is the worry. And that's something that we can write down as well. And we can actually practice something together where we get rid of those worries. So today what I'm going to do is walk us all up to the fire, and we'll sit and reflect at the fire. But I have a notebook up there, and I'm going to bring my pen with me, and I'm going to write down some worries, and then we're going to burn them. We're going to let them go. We don't have to carry around the worries. It's okay to carry them around for a little while. But we don't want to keep holding on to them. We don't want them to keep pulling down on our spirit or our heart. So today and every Friday, as long as it's not raining, we'll sit by the fire. We'll take a walk and sit by the fire, and we'll reflect and talk, and we'll burn our worries together. Now, you do not absolutely have to tell a worry. You could do this all on your own. Maybe there's something that you want to do, like maybe you're having your own fire during the same time. Maybe we have a fire together. That would be fun. So I have a fire here, and maybe you have a fire going at your house at the same time. And you could, as we're all sitting here together, reflecting, you could write down your worries, and you could burn them yourself. You don't even have to say a thing. You don't have to write anything in the comments. Or maybe what you'll write in the comments is, I'm burning my worries too. Or maybe if you don't have a fire, you could just shred them. You could cut them up into little pieces and then toss them out into the garbage. In that case, you could write, I'm shredding my worries with you guys, or I'm getting rid of my worries with you guys. Because we all have them. That's okay. And if you want to share a worry, you are more than welcome to. And if you do share a worry, what I'll do is I'll write it down on a piece of paper, and then I'll read it. I won't read whose name it is. I'll just read the worry, and then we'll burn it. We'll let go of the worry. How does that sound? So how about we take a little walk again? I'm hoping that the fire is ready. The fire's ready. I just got the thumbs up. And so we're going to take a walk over by the fire, and we are going to get rid of some worries. Okay? All right. I'm going to turn my screen around so that you guys can see the path that we're walking. I'm going to bring with me my sacred medicines so we can make sure that we smudge some more. All right, here we go. Let's walk together, relatives. Here we go up our path. And I see that my nieces, they said a prayer that I'm going to read once we get over to the fire. Here's our path. We're going to walk around some of the trees. See? That's where we came from, down there. Down that path. Don't you just love the way the sun hits everything? That's just beautiful. So here we go. Making our way over. Gonna make our way over. Can you hear the fire yet? Ooh. There's our fire. It's hot too. All right. Ooh, that's a hot one. I'm just moving my chair back a little bit. All right. I'm going to get my notebook. And I'm thinking that I'm going to move a little bit. I'm just going to let us watch the fire for a little while as I get my chair set up. All right. Hey, relatives. Hey, guys. Oh. Okay. It's a warm one over here by the fire. Corrine, I see. Yes. That is a big worry. Big worry. I'm just getting settled. I'm going to get my notebook ready. That's a big worry. I'm reading your worry right now, Corrine. Yeah, that is heavy. That's very heavy. Thank you for sharing that, Corrine. I have my notebook. I have some paper for us. And I'm going to write down some of the worries. All of them. Whatever worries that you guys give me. And then I have a couple too that I'm going to write down. I did not think it was going to be this hot. But that's okay. All right. So I'm going to turn the screen around so that we can watch the fire together. And I'm going to write down some worries. And while we're sitting here, just go ahead, and if you have your journal, you've got some paper, go ahead and write on it, any worries that you have, and we can get rid of them together. And I'm going to read that prayer that my nieces, that they said. So I'll first turn the screen around. All right, so my sister-in-law said, they said, Miigwech, Gijimanadu, Gakina, Ojatuyan. This is a language prayer that they learned this week that thanks the Creator for everything being made. Miigwech, girls, for saying that. That's such a beautiful prayer. That's a beautiful prayer. I love it. Corrine, I'm going to read out, everyone, relatives, I'll read out that prayer, or that worry. I've got the worry here. And I want us to just take a moment and just think about you guys seeing the image? Okay, hi guys. It looked like my connection was going bad for a minute. So we've got one worry burning in there right now. I worry about police brutality as well. I worry for all of our brothers and sisters who are harassed by the police and profiled. And for today, I want to let that worry go. I pray for their safety. Pray for their safety, and I'm going to let my worry go. And if you have any worries, relatives, feel free to shred that, write them down on your own. Feel free to burn them on your own. I'm writing down another worry. We received word today in my family that my dad is in the hospital. And I'm worried about my dad's health. So I got that worry written down, and I'm going to let that go. I've prayed for his health and for his recovery. And now I'm going to burn this worry. I'm going to let that worry go. I brought some of my, let's see, I'll show you. I gotta grab. So I've got some of my sacred medicines here. And I'm just looking through. Whenever I get my sage, pull the sage off of the sticks, I always save my sticks. And whenever we have a fire, I like to burn them. And I always say a prayer. Today I'm going to burn these with all of you. Oh, Corrine, thank you so much. Corrine says, I'm so sorry to hear about your dad. I lift up your dad in prayer for Creator's blessings of healing and wellness, lifting up you and your family in prayer for Creator's blessings of comfort. Oh, miigwech, Corrine, thank you so much. That's so nice, thank you. So let's see. Here's what I'm taking. So when after I pull the sage off, and I burn my sage, and I keep some of the little pieces of sage in here, but I like to take these sticks and I like to put them in the fire. So we'll do that together today. There's some more. And they smell good too. They're just beautiful. They smell beautiful. I love it. My teachings told me that I'm supposed to use my sage, my sacred medicines, once they're given to me, use it up within a year. That's what I was always taught. And I always do. We like using our medicines, that's for sure. So I'm going to take these. There, we got some more. All right. So, relatives, I would like to take these. I'm going to put them into the fire today. And I'm going to pray that we all are able to let go of some of our worries today, and that we're able to take in all that we're grateful for. Take in those beautiful things, those beautiful gifts that we have that surround us. Whether it's our family or friends, whether it's nature, whether it's our pets, maybe it's our job, maybe it's our ability to be able to create something. Whatever that is, I pray for that you take in those things and you really hold them close. Hold them close to you. We're going to put these into the fire. Miigwech Manadu, Miigwech Manadu, Miigwech Manadu. You know what else I was thinking is that I wanted to sing a song. I think now would be a good time. I'm just going to get my music ready to go. War pirates, yes, they rob I, sold I to the merchant. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit, but my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption songs, redemption songs. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Oh, some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption songs, redemption songs, redemption songs. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Oh, have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Yeah, some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption songs, ever had, redemption songs, these songs of freedom, songs of freedom. Miigwech, everybody. Miigwech for listening and sitting here today with me and with Xavier, with all of each other, reflecting as we wrap up our week and we get started for our weekend. Whoa, hold on here. I have one more song that I want to do. We always close with this song, and I really hope that we were able to give you all some good medicine today. I know that you guys gave me good medicine, and I feel so blessed that I was able to have my nieces on today. Miigwech. We miss you, girls. But everybody, stay strong. Continue to write down what you're grateful for. I promise that if you keep practicing that, you're going to see changes. You're going to see changes. You are strong. You are resilient. You are worthy. You are beautiful. Your story matters. Your story is sacred. Your worries, those are sacred too. I just don't want you to stay there with the worries. Feel them, accept them, and let them go. We love you too, Christina, Cheyenne, Morgan, and Nick. Love you guys so much. Corrine, you're very welcome. This song that I'm going to do is called Follow. I always like to end with it. I love the lyrics, and I just do it a cappella. But this song is from me to you guys. It's a song by an artist named Brandi Carlile. Brandi Carlile. Amazing musician. Follow your heart and see where it might take you. Don't let the world outside there break you. They know not who you are inside, and they've never felt your pain. Don't ever let them crack. Hold out. I know you feel it getting cold out. Without the blanket for your soul now. Before you know it, you'll be frozen. And you'll have to see this through. There's no one here but you. I feel the rain coming down. It reminds me of who I used to be. But now that's nothing more than a memory. to sleep and cry because tomorrow, well, if you let it, it will swallow you up, and none of this will matter anymore. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I feel the rain coming down. It reminds me of who I used to be. But now that's nothing more than a memory. Follow your heart and see where it might take you. Don't let the world outside there break you. They know not who you are inside, and they've never felt your pain. Don't ever let them crack your shell. Miigwech relatives, I'm sending you lots of peace and love. I'll see you next Friday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time for Wellness Friday. I wish you a really amazing weekend. Miigwech, miigwech, miigwech. Gigawabaman.